Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the much awaited 17th edition of Innovations in Software Engineering Conference.
Our aim for the next 2 days is to foster an environment of collaboration, learning, and exchange, where researchers and practitioners alike, representing academia and industry, converge to unveil the latest breakthroughs in this dynamic field.
Before we proceed further, it is imperative to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our sponsors, without whom this event wouldn't have been possible. Let's acknowledge the invaluable contributions of TCS Research,
CTRI IIIT-B,
ACM India Council,
Microsoft Research,
IBM Research,
ABB.
and Google Research.
We begin our proceedings with the symbolic act of the ceremonial lamp lighting. For that, we request Professor Srinath Srinivasa, Dean R&D of IIIT-B, Professor Chandrasekhar Ramanathan, Dean Academics, Professor K.V. Raghavan, Professor Thangaraju, Dr. Ravindra, Professor Shudipto, Dr. Asim Rastogi, and Professor Shujit to please do the honors.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि.
Thank you, professors. Now it's my privilege to invite to the stage the General Chair for this conference, Professor Sujit Kumar Chakraborty.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to IIIT-Bangalore, ISEC 2024. And this morning, we are all happy to have you here. I'm happy to welcome you all to the 17th edition of Innovations in Software Engineering Conference. So let me just quickly take you through a few introductory points. So ISEC started in 2008. The first one happened in IIIT Hyderabad. I was a PhD student at that time. And many of us are very closely associated with ISEC. ISEC has played a very important role in this geography to make software engineering research a known field of research, something which was not earlier there. There was a very limited view about what software engineering is. But I think ISEC has contributed a lot in broadening the perspective that Indian researchers have about software engineering. A lot of collaborations, a lot of professional relations have come out of this conference, and the 17 years, 16 years before this have had a very illustrious track record. Expectedly, we have plenty of challenges in this extraordinary field, in this very interesting and exciting field. The classical problems of software engineering never cease to be relevant. I think they always come in new reincarnations as technologies and societal circumstances changes, and we need new ideas in those areas all the time. Similarly, software engineering always contributes to other allied areas of computing. For example, AI/ML, which is like the buzzword today, Internet of Things, cloud, mobile, all these require new innovations to be done in software engineering to match up the challenges that they are posing. In the same manner, other allied areas, they can contribute significantly to software engineering. Okay, case in point is generative AI, which we all know has many applications. So in order to discuss all this, we have our tracks, the research track, the workshop and tutorials which happened yesterday, the software engineering in practice, doctoral symposium, PhD clinic. All these things our co-chairs are going to speak about in a little bit more detail a little while from now. So I hope that you get to hear many interesting talks today and tomorrow on all these topics. And there are many other topics which are of no less importance, which probably cannot be included in the tracks. They are of broader philosophical concerns to us. And I think many of us would like to discuss those things. And for them, we have you covered. We have tea breaks, we have sumptuous lunch and a banquet today. And if not anything else, you have our tiny little beautiful campus to take a stroll in. You can, discuss with your friends, catch up with them, and discuss all these topics in the sidelines. So I would like to just introduce my co-chairs, Professor Raghavan from IISc and Dr. Ravindra from TCS Research, who have equally or more than me contributed to this making of this conference. I would like to thank them. I would also like to mention IIIT-Bangalore, the venue partner, and I think we cannot help mentioning the fact that the various tacit ways in which IIIT-B has helped in making this happen, I think is received with great gratitude. I would like to say a few words about our institution before proceeding. So it was established in '98, so we just finished our Silver Jubilee celebrations. And there are 5 academic programs. We have about a little more than 1,000 students and about 60 faculty members. We work in 7 research domains, and this leads to a very active research ecosystem. In spite of our small size, our colleagues have been making significant contributions to various areas of research, software engineering included, publishing in very reputed conferences and journals, and supplying good graduate students to many reputed global institutions all over the world. So I welcome you cordially to our beloved institute. I would also like to introduce our program committee chairs, Dr. Asim from Microsoft Research and Professor Sudipto Ghosh from University of Colorado, who have done, okay, Raghu is probably pointing some mistake. What is the mistake? Colorado State University. I'm very sorry about that. They have done a stellar job in getting a good PC and getting good submissions, leading a very rigorous review process, etc. So I would like to thank them too, and would request you to join me in that. Another mention to our sponsors, in particular TCS Research and CITRI DG from IIIT-Bangalore, who are our platinum sponsors. Our silver sponsors were IBM and Microsoft. Google and ABB were our bronze sponsors. So, and our student grants were sponsored by ACM India Council. So let's put our hands together to thank them all. Okay, finally, I can't help myself bringing up this little bottle here. And here is a physical bottle here. So I wanted to just tell you that there are these plastic bottles kept here and there for you to quench your thirst. But there are also these water dispensers kept out. So if you are concerned about sustainability like I am, then I would suggest that there is you can find a bottle in your welcome kit, and you can fill it up with water from the dispensers and not use the plastic bottles if possible. Of course, this does not apply to people who have come from abroad or who may have other issues. But this is a sincere request to all of you to please try and use the dispenser water. So that's the end of my welcome address. And now I would like to welcome our PC co-chairs to present the summary of the research track. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Professor Sudhir Chakraborty. We'll do this presentation as a tag team. So I'm from Colorado State University. We have our typical software engineering topics, classical topics that you've seen. Submissions in two specific focus areas. Keeping with the times, of course, one of them was large language models meet software engineering, and the other was reliable, safe, and secure software. So as Dr. Chakraborty already said, the goal was to foster discussions and collaborations around these topical areas. As in previous years, we invited both regular papers and short papers. So we had two area chairs for LLMs Meet SE. We have Aditya Kanade from Microsoft Research India. And for the reliable, safe, and secure software track, we had Dr. Supratik Chakraborty from IIT Bombay. We had 48 program committee members. We tried to have a distribution, all over the world. We tried to create a balance between genders and also academia and industry. So we had quite a variety of countries, in fact, multiple continents. And you can see the pie charts showing an approximate distribution. We had about, 1/3 female and 69% male. And then about 1/3 industry and the rest academia. I think, Asim, you're doing it next.
So in terms of submissions, we got 47 submissions, 2 were withdrawn. So the review committee, the program committee reviewed 45 papers, out of which 18 were short papers and 27 were regular papers. In terms of tracks, we had 7 submissions in the LLMs Meet Software Engineering and 14 submissions in the Reliable Software. This is a topical, this is distribution of papers by topics. I think it's hard to read, but general machine learning for software engineering was the topic that the most papers, so authors had a chance to choose the topic for the paper, and this is the topic that they chose for their paper at the time of submission. And reliable software, I think it's an important topic. So those reliable software, bug finding, program analysis were the next most selected topics. The topics at the lower end were like social and HCI impact, for example, software maintenance, evolution, mining repositories. So we saw very few submissions on those topics, just something to think about. Review process. So every paper had 3 reviews. For 2 of the papers, we had to solicit external reviewers. The committee then, after the review process finished, the committee then discussed the reviews and what should happen with the paper for about 10 days online. We used Hot CRP for this process. So the committee members then commented on the papers, on the other reviews, discussed the merits of the paper on Hot CRP. After 10 days, we accepted 11 papers, and 2 of the papers were conditional accept, meaning that the reviewers felt that they needed to see the final version of the paper before making a decision whether the paper should make it. So we communicated to authors the list of mandatory revisions that the reviewers wanted to have. The authors then submitted the revisions, and reviewers went through the submissions and then decided. So finally, we accepted 12 papers, 7 short and 5 regular. So that makes up around 26% acceptance rate. But we were not thinking about this. I think our goal was to accept as many papers as we can and lean towards acceptance just to encourage, even if, for example, we communicated to authors some changes that we would like them to do, but yeah. So in the LLMs Meets SE track, we accepted 4 papers. I think today I think is the track that you'll see. And reliable software track also, we accepted 4 papers. So this is distribution of the accepted papers. I think it normally follows the previous distribution. You can see general machine learning for software engineering is the highest is the biggest topic here. And yeah, so finally, I want to thank the program committee members for all their hard work. I think their work behind the scenes is what carries kind of the research track of the conference. So thanks a lot for all the hard work. The organizing committee for enjoyable collaboration in co-organizing this conference with them. Steering committee for giving us this opportunity to be the co-chairs. And finally, Abhik and Rahul, who were co-chairs last year, for all their help whenever we needed. Yeah, that's all I have. Thank you.
And this year, they also each published a report in the proceedings. I think unlike in previous years. Then doctoral symposium is a kind of very respected track ongoing in ISEC many years. So I think we all know what that is. It's a friendly venue for PhD students to present and get feedback from researchers and their peers. So they were submitted 4-page papers and they were peer reviewed by 2 or 3 reviewers, I think, each paper. And 6 were accepted and they will be presented today, I think. So please attend the doctoral symposium session and give the valuable feedback to the students who would love to receive that. So I've mentioned the chairs of each tracks also. I'm not reading their names, but they were guiding the whole process and making it all happen. This track is new for this year, poster session. And the posters will be up today and tomorrow. Please go and view the posters and encourage the presenters. There is also a prize that will be decided by a panel of judges. So we look forward to that also. So there are 10 posters. And so they all submitted an abstract and there was a committee that selected the posters for presentation. So this being in Bangalore, where the software industry is well regarded all over the world, so we thought that this is we must introduce this track, which was not there in previous ISECs, software engineering in practice, and it's a venue for industry partners and practitioners to present and exchange their ideas, and also for academics to listen in and understand the needs of the industry. So this is new for this year. I believe there are 6 presentations, although there's been some last minute flux. So some were reviewed and selected from proposals, some were invited, but looking forward to a great session on in this track. So there are a few prizes, some which I will not announce now. I think I don't know those yet. What I do know is the Test of Time Award. So this award has been given for last 5, 6 years, I believe. So it's been given for last 5, 6 years, I think, since 18, I think. So this, like in many other good conferences, this is an award that recognizes work which was done approximately 10 years back. So for this year, I think ISEC 2013, 14 and 15 papers published in those years were in consideration. And there was a separate committee for this to select the Test of Time Award. And the paper is already mentioned on the website. You must have seen it, but I'll mention again. It's the paper by Automatic Generation of Sequence Diagrams by Jitendra Singh Thakur and Atul Gupta, which came out in ISEC 2014. So they will be presenting their paper later today, and so please do attend that session. There are a couple other prizes which will be announced in due course, so do look forward to that. The best paper for this year and the best poster for this year also. Please do look forward to that. One other thing that's going on is the PhD clinic, which ACM has come up with this. ACM India has come up with this idea where students who are interested in meeting researchers have signed up, and researchers who are interested in meeting the students have signed up, and they will meet for half an hour or 45 minutes. Just to get, this is a chance for the students to get extra feedback in these. I think in many conferences that occur in India, this clinic has been organized, and we are proud to be in that group as well. One last thing, so many of you may be aware of SERI, Software Engineering Research in India. This is like a twin of ISEC, the younger twin of, not twin, but younger sibling of ISEC. So that is a slightly more informal venue where People sign up to give talks. There's no proceedings there. But it's been going on for last 4-5 years, and we've had very good experiences in interactions and talks over 2 days. Last year it happened in Goa. This year it will be in Coimbatore. So you can Google this and find the website, and please do register to attend and give your presentations in this venue. So it's going to be very interesting going there, I think. Okay, thank you.